What's up, YouTube? Another day, another project on the Volvo. Today, I'm replacing and refreshing the shifter kit assembly, which is everything having to do with this. It's under the center console. I recently replaced everything with OEM parts. However, there's still a little bit of slop and it could be improved. And that's where the kit from VS Prints and White Block Company comes in handy. They redesigned and fine-tuned all the shifter components. They had a bunch of iterations, a bunch of testing, and then they 3D printed the final version. They're selling it on Etsy now. I'll link it down below. But this will improve the shifting, the crispness, get rid of the slop. I'm gonna install it today. I'm gonna show you how we do it. So let's do this. Alrighty, so the first step is we gotta get the center console off. The very first step, which is the easiest, you gotta take off the shift knob. So all you gotta do is you twist it counterclockwise. You'll see it twists. Lift it up. You gotta kind of finagle it, don't force anything. It'll come out, you just gotta get at the right angle, and this pops off, boom. Next step is you gotta take off this little pen holder tray thing. Just get like a little screwdriver or a pry bar. And then in the corner right here, be very careful not to scratch it. In the corner right here, you're just gonna pop it. You see it pops up. And then slide your finger across until you get it and kind of just pull it away. A little bit of force, nothing crazy. That pops off. And then what you can do is you can actually pop this shifter cover up. There's two tabs on each side. It's a tab here, tab here. You push it and pull up. Like that. And then this just lifts off. All right. That in the back. And we see the infamous Spaceball shifter. That's why they call it the Spaceball, because it's a ball from space, I guess. I don't know. And then the next step, so you can see right over here, there's a screw right here. There's a screw right here. And you lift this arm up. You take the coin tray out. Pry it up like that. Whoop. And then you see there are two more screws down here. So you take these 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Also got to take this off, the actual housing. So there's 3 tabs on each side. So these tabs right here, do is you pop that up, and then that just pops off like that. And you can tell which way is forward because there's a little arrow right over here. All right. You can slide this piece up. Gotta kind of finagle it over the console. There we go, just like that. And here is, and then pull this piece out. All right, so we got the 4 bolts out. Also, there's this little side vent you gotta take off. Here's this little side panel you gotta take out. And then right over here, you stick a coin in, twist it, and then this will pop off. Now, before you yank this up, you gotta go in the back. And there is a cable right over here, which you gotta unclip. And I have no idea how to do this. There's a little press tab kind of right here. Just gotta push it in so the tab clears. So this piece pops. You just pop it off here with your finger, and you can slide it like this. You gotta make sure you don't catch the lip. And then this whole thing comes out. So here's the center console. Now we gotta start disassembling the actual shifter assembly. So the first thing is we're gonna go on this side, and you see this little weird looking clip. Now there's tabs on each of these fins. So the idea is you gotta push them in and then pull this thing out. 12mm socket. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna push it right in the middle, so every single fin gets kind of flared out and pushed out. And then all you do is you just give this a nice little yoink. You want to take the actual shifter links from the shifter off. My strap off pliers. And what you do is you're gonna grab it by the end right there, kind of twist it so it sits straight. Take a screwdriver, and then you're just gonna kind of pop it off. You don't really need that much force, you just need to grab it. You don't want to break anything. All right, so now you got this one off. Now you can kind of lift this, twist it up. Have to kind of move the shifter cable over. And then this will just slide out. And then we just got to pop the other shifter assembly off. You get your strap-on pliers again. And you get a nice grip on it like so. And then all you do is you give it a little bonk. And it's off. Now we take out the 4 bolts holding the base. And then you also want to unplug this sensor right over here. The actual cables, you got to pop them off the base, and then you could pop it. And then now, all right, so we are here. So got the shifter assembly out. Here's all the new pieces. Here's the current one. So we're gonna pop this off. We don't need this black piece because this black piece is gonna be replaced by this. And these 2 white pieces, which is this one, which is that. And this one is that. So we don't need that. All right, and then we have this white piece, which is going to replace this piece. So we don't need that. Also, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off because we got a new one of these. All right, so we're gonna put this one on first. All right, and we also have this black piece right over here. You can see we don't need this. So we're going to take that off. Boom. Don't need that. And then we're going to clean this up just a little bit. All right. And the key is we have to lube every single one of these parts. So I got my Harbor Freight cotton swab kit. So here you'll see there are 2 arrows and they line up like this. You can see that. So this one goes on the bottom. And we're going to lube this all up. All right, so the first piece goes in like this. Bam. And then we're going to lube this up. We're also going to lube this up. All right, so the first piece goes in like this. And then we get the second piece, same thing again. So we got that whole thing on. And now we get this on. Again, just gonna lube it up a little bit. All right, and then that goes right on top like that. Up once they're in, not too tight because you don't want to crack it. And then we need this piece right over here. Again, lube that up. There we go. And then we have this piece right over here, so just make note of it. It goes over like that. So then we take this piece out. We replace it with this piece. Again, we're gonna make sure we lube it. Okay. Like so. Oh. We have this piece. And now we get the clip. Now this piece goes onto here and one of these here, and you want to do these diagonally. So these are the 4 mounting bolts. You want to have it like this set up. And then all we do we put this in. And we also want to lube where the shifter cable is going to mount back on, so it's nice and lubed. Okay, right here. Got this. Got all of our bolts on. back into the line it up right. Okay. Shifter assembly that we just put together. We got to bolt it in with 2 diagonal bolts with those sleeves on top so it lines it up. And it is tight. It's a little bit of play, but not too much. Big improvement over the OEM. So let's get the console back on. Just the reverse, slide it on, put the boot on. 4 bolts. Put all this stuff back on. Center console's back in. You just slide it on. 4 bolts. Slide the boot on. Tighten everything. Put the Spaceball, a shifter assembly back on. Just like that. And we got the little pen piece right over here. We got the shift knob going back on. Bam. We are back together. Now check out how crispy this is. There's almost no play. And I lubed everything, so everything feels very direct. It's easy to put into gears, but it is very tight. 10 out of 10 on this kit. Drastically improved the OEM feel that it had. Definitely had a lot more slop. Oh yeah. Very happy. I'm gonna leave a link down below if you guys want to get this kit. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to help out.